It is finally real. It's not speculation anymore. It's not propaganda. It's not copium. Xenoverse 3 is finally announced after all these years. Oh my gosh. It feels surreal. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels surreal. It feels like I'm in a fever dream with all this Dragon Ball content that's coming out or that was announced. This shit is crazy. Sparking is getting revived. We're getting collaborations across the board. But anyways, this video is specifically for Xenoverse 3, right? So, I'm sure everybody has seen the trailer by now. If not, what are you doing? Go watch it. There's a lot of stuff that was revealed in the trailer, a lot of hints, a lot of little elements that give us an oversight or overview or kind of just a vague idea of what the story could be. So, what I'm going to be doing is kind of just giving my story speculation based on all the details and information that we have. Let's start with the timeline, actually. Age 1000. So this game is taking place many years into the future. I believe this is the main timeline from the little hints and everything that we've seen. So the main characters of the story are a part of a superhero-like group or organization, whatever they want to refer to it as. And it's referred to as GS. We see GS logos everywhere, on the walls, on the clothing. So this in Xenoverse 3 is pretty much going to be the stand-in for Time Patrollers, with Bulma being the stand-in for Supreme Kai of Time, essentially, if we're just talking about roles. From the looks of everything, it seems to be a little more grounded. It seems to be a little more grounded since the environment is going to take place on Earth, and the cast is essentially glorified superheroes. Now, talking about GS, a lot of people are speculating that it could have something to do with Great Saiyaman, maybe a play on words with Great Saiyaman. It wouldn't be far-fetched or out of the ordinary for them to do something like this again. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Heroes. Beat became Great Saiyaman. Videl also became Great Saiyaman. And it only makes sense that Great Saiyaman is an influence on that or reference in some way. Now, let's talk about what role the Z Fighters might have in the Xenoverse 3 story. So, we know a few of them are still alive, or appear to still be alive. Piccolo, for sure, is flesh and blood. That's Piccolo. He's still alive in this day and age. And one can assume with Master Roshi and Turtle's insane lifespan that they are still around as well. Now, I am in firm belief that this story, just like Dragon Ball Online, will take place in a world where the Z Fighters are long and gone, but they all made drastic marks on the world in different ways. With Gohan being the scholar that normalized ki usage and taught the general public on how to use ki, and other Z Fighters like Tien and Chaozu and Yamcha eventually opening up dojos and teaching the general public how to fight, using martial arts, of course. And I actually believe that your partner, due to his clothing, just the way he looks, he seems heavily inspired by Yamcha, to be honest, with the scar on his face and the outfit and everything. So I'm in firm belief that your partner will be a student of one of these schools, or maybe someone who trained with the schools, and that's how he learned to fight, something like that. So Bulma is a weird case. I don't believe that Bulma is the actual Bulma that we know from the main and current timeline. Although I believe it was confirmed in a post interview that is Bulma, I don't think it's the Bulma that we know. I believe that this Bulma is actually a digitized data version of the Bulma that we know and love, but it's a perfect replica to the point that it might as well be Bulma. My main reason for believing this is because in the initial announcement trailer for Age 1000, or what is known as Xenoverse 3, we see John 1000 practicing other famous Z Fighter moves in a sort of data area or digitized environment, which leads me to believe that we'll most likely be learning moves through these data entries of these characters. And if that's the case, then it's pretty plausible to say that Bulma herself, who should be well and dead by this point, is probably just a perfected version of this data character, I guess. And if that's not the case, the only other options I can really think of is that yellow ring thing around her neck kind of making her look young, maybe some sort of device to make her look young, or she just straight up used the Dragon Balls to either become young or become immortal. So to kind of piece together the general vague idea I have so far, or the speculation I have so far on the story, your character wakes up in their home, and this may very well be the first cutscene of the game once you finish creating your character. And that whole thing ensues with Bulma kind of crash landing into your spot. From there, something happens which leads Bulma to eventually enlist you into this GS group to work alongside one of the Gammas and other strong fighters, such as Bread. Along the way, through adventures and battles and whatnot, you'll probably gain assistance from the Z fighters that are still alive, like Piccolo and Roshi and whoever else is alive, if anybody's alive. In terms of growth and getting stronger and learning moves, Bulma probably develops these data versions of the characters we know and love to basically learn from them. She probably has years of fighting data on all the characters, not unlike Dr. Gero. It's hard to really see where the story is going to go beyond that. Maybe the ending of Xenoverse 2 will give us some more clarification. But I do think they're heavily dialing back on the whole time traveling aspect and making it more grounded in the sense that we really live in the modern day society of the Dragon Ball world. But that's as far as I really am in terms of speculating the story. That's all we really have to go off on. I would love to hear if anybody else has any cool ideas or speculations of stuff that I missed or just didn't see. But yeah, if you do, leave a comment down below and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. See ya.